We've been planning this move now about 5 years. You know, between me and him, we've been doing that.
Yeah, we chose MPS because they did a job for a cousin of mine, Mr. Ricketts, and he recommended them very highly, so we decided to go with that. Well, personally, I haven't got any worries, and that's being honest.
Each year, thousands of people return to settle in the Caribbean permanently. If you are considering returning to Jamaica but don't know where to begin, the place to start is the Facilitation Unit at the Jamaica High Commission, which has been especially set up to help you.
My name is Lloyd Wilkes, Minister Counselor in the Consular Division at the Jamaican High Commission with special responsibilities for returning residents. The returning residents desk is a very important desk in the High Commission, one which is highly regarded. In fact, in every single mission overseas, there is one. And we strongly recommend that returning residents, before moving home, try and take advantage of the information and the guidance which can be provided by personnel attached to that facility. The facilitation unit in Jamaica is there to assist you when you're here as well, but more so when you arrive in Jamaica. The unit in the missions overseas are there to assist you before you go. Here at the High Commission, we get accustomed to listening to returning residents, the issues that concern them, and as such we feed that information into the system so that the system can be more responsive to returning residents. We are therefore one of the places with a wealth of information, much of which we obtain from you, and we would like to be put in a position where we can give it back to you. Issues relating to motor cars, for instance, are particularly important to returning residents. And we have found from experience that most people need to have a point of reference where they can check to see that they're following the right procedures. To import a motor vehicle to Jamaica entails obtaining an import license first before you do so. And to obtain an import license requires documentation. It is not often clear what all the documentary requirements are, and therefore we are here to guide you in that respect. It is a simple process, but without firm knowledge of any process, it can seem more difficult than it is.
One of the most important hurdles returnees face is the shipment of their household and personal effects. It is important to choose carefully when selecting a company to handle your shipment. Check their reputation and visit their business premises to see that the persons you will be dealing with and the type of services they will be offering. It is recommended that you shop around several companies before deciding which company to ship with. If you intend to ship a motor vehicle, make sure that you obtain an import license either via your shipping agent or make the application yourself. This license is one of the documents which is presented when the motor vehicle is cleared at the wharf in Kingston or Montego Bay. Additionally, please ensure that you get the precise list from your agent when your container is loaded. Other important documents needed are an original bill of lading, a clear letter from your shipping agent showing the type of service you've paid for, a certificate of insurance applicable only if insurance cover has been paid for, a car survey sheet showing the condition of the car before loading into the container, and a comprehensive packing list. Your container has now left, and so you are homeward bound to sunny Jamaica, hopefully on Air Jamaica or National Airline. The process of clearing your container will revolve heavily round customs. Mr. Jack DeLissa will explain these procedures.
I am Jack DeLissa, Deputy Commissioner of Customs for Jamaica. I am the Commissioner's Assistant, and as it were, I am a sort of operations manager. We look on a daily basis at the operations and try to ensure that they go smoothly against the laws, regulations, and procedures which have been established. Back in 1993, government established a returning residence window at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Their responsibility is to keep our missions abroad in touch with requirements of customs so that the returning residents will actually know what they are to expect before they come. We have actually put out booklets with information that would help. This one inside customs is an example of the publication. It has useful hints on what is supposed to happen when one comes back as a returning resident. Now, in customs, we are always happy to see the returning residents. They come with a wealth of experience, skills, and a number of assets which will certainly, if employed, improve the lot of Jamaica. When they arrive at one of our airports, that is Norman Manley in Kingston or Sangster International in Montego Bay, they're required first of all to fill out a C5, which is a passenger's declaration. This essentially deals with baggage that they carry with them. That is a C5. It's on the basis of that C5 that they'll be assessed and processed at the airport. But whilst there, if they have unaccompanied baggage, then they are to say so to the officer who is processing them. And they will get what is known as the yellow form. It's really the form C27. And on this they'll list the unaccompanied baggage. This is very important because it is the form C27 which they are going to use to clear their goods which they qualify to take in duty-free at a later date. What they do is go to the agency which carry their goods. The agency will charge them some sort of handling fee and give them either a wharf order or a validated bill of lading. They'll take the yellow form, the C27, along with this thing they got from the agent, along with their passport and any information they have, such as a listing on their goods, to the returning residence unit at customs. This unit is headed by an assistant commissioner, and what they'll do there is give them an interview to determine exactly their status, because returning residents normally have to spend at least 3 years outside Jamaica and they must be returning permanently. Now they'll fill out a form. There's a pre-listed form. The things which they can get duty free are listed on the form, and all they have to do is write in the space the quantity they have. The person in charge of the unit will use this list to support the yellow form and write on it authorization for the duty-free release of the goods at the wharves. There, of course, is special provision for students, because if a Jamaican student goes abroad to study and completes the course in less than 3 years, then there's provision to accommodate that student under the returning residence clause, and they can get a number of items duty-free.
Once the necessary documentation has been arranged with your custom broker and you have had an interview at customs to confirm your returning resident status, you should then be escorted to the stripping station by your broker, where the container will be made ready for stripping. Note, your container should have a numbered seal which will be shown on your bill of lading. You should check to ensure that the numbers are correct. Your container will then be opened in the presence of yourself and the customs official.
You can come home now to Twin Palms Estates in beautiful Jamaica, away from winter's cold and chill. Twin Palms Estate, a development, a community, a home, living on a resort-style community in the house of your choice. Twin Palms Estate welcomes you home. Looking for the ultimate as a returning resident or just needing a tropical home? The answer is Twin Palms Estate. One of a kind by any standard. Twin Palms Estate is a growing, developing community best known for its amenities, cool breezes, rolling hills and valleys, lavish landscaping, and security. Call now in the U.S. 718-488-9623. In Jamaica, 876-986-2900. We're willing and ready to assist you. Yes, make your destination Jamaica. The place, Twin Palms Estate, just minutes from Kingston and near the city of Maypen, Clarendon, with close proximity to houses of worship, commercial centers, and more. Make your appointment today to visit this planned and unique community. It's time to live your dreams. Twin Palms Estate, building with you in mind.
Hi-Fi General have been established for over 25 years and have the largest showroom of tropicalized appliances south of the river. We can supply goods to your shippers through our bonded warehouse, and we can save you pounds in duty and taxes. At Hi-Fi General, we specialize in tropicalized refrigerators, gas and electric cookers, color televisions, videos, solar lamps, generators, chainsaws, tilly lamps and spares. Our opening hours are 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Saturday. Visit our showroom at 19 to 43 Bedford Hill, Balham, London SW12, or call us on 0181 673 5694.
Vital to your return are custom brokers. We spoke to Ivan O. Ricketts, chair of the Custom Brokers Association.
We have had serious concerns regarding the whole business of the returning residents being jilted, if I might put it that way, by persons who have presented themselves and purported to be customs brokers. And we would like to warn them to be careful. There's no magician around, neither members of the association or others. And one of the things which they need to be careful about is who they are dealing with. Don't let any little person catch you and tell you that they can work miracles. One of the things they tell you they can do is to avoid you paying duties to customs because they have a way with customs personnel. There's no truth in that. The fact is that government has gone to the extent wherein they have set up a program to facilitate you as a returning resident. You don't need any help from any outside sources. You need a broker, and that broker should take care of your affairs. You don't have to pay anybody anything on the side as they will tell you. It's not necessary. It's a straightforward process. If you want to be educated with the process, ask your broker. He should tell you what he has to do. Another thing I'd like to comment on as I make that point is that the returning resident should not go blindly doing business with people, not knowing what it is going to cost them at the end of the day. Jamaica is operating on a liberalized system. You walk into a broker's organization, one of the first questions, how much is it going to cost me for the services you're offering me? If I refuse to tell you what I'm going to cost you, you need to take your business somewhere else, because you cannot operate without knowing a budget. You must have a budget for what you're going to do. So I would say to the returning resident, know who you're dealing with. Know what your cost is going to be. Know what your time limit is going to be. If you are not operating on those three bases, then you're going to be in some trouble. If a returning resident has a complaint with a customs broker, we immediately ask them to document their complaint. We have in the association a complaints committee which deals specifically with those items. And we have resolved quite a few, and I'm sure we will continue to do so. We have even expanded the relationship outside the association, that we have, when they have problems with persons who are not members of the association, we don't say to them, because this is not a member, we can't assist. We take the case on also, and we will correspond with the persons and say, listen, this returnee has a problem. It needs to be resolved. If we have had instances of overcharging and refunds having been granted to returning residents.
In January 1993, the Charter for Long-Term Returning Residents was introduced into Parliament, and simultaneously the Returning Residents Facilitation Unit was set up in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. So we have been in business now for, let's say, 3.5 years. And in short,